What's up, guys? Hope you are doing well. Welcome back to our YouTube channel 10 Universe. In today's video, we're going to talk about the top best PlayStation exclusives. Since the PlayStation 1, Sony has released so many exclusive games for each generation of consoles that have made it stand out from the competition. From games created by some of the video game industry's most celebrated directors to titles that gave birth to a franchise, there's a reason the PlayStation brand has such a huge fan base. But among your exclusive games of the last few decades, which games are considered the best? By looking at Metacritic ratings and the ratings of critics and fans, you can find the best exclusive releases. Tekken 3, 1996. The 1990s featured some of the most famous and loved fighting games of all time. From Street Fighter to Virtua Fighter to Super Smash Bros., arcades and home consoles have spawned many titles and series that are still loved today. But one of the biggest was Tekken's introduction to PS1 and arcades. The series introduced players to the King of Iron Fist tournament, as well as the drama surrounding the Mishima clan. It wasn't until the third game that the series reached its peak of popularity and became one of the most successful fighting games on PS1. Gran Turismo 3, A-Spec, 2001. After the series made a name for itself on PS1, it was no surprise to see it finally arrive on PS2 with Gran Turismo 3, A-Spec. While it kept some of the old elements from previous games, the series also had some new features. With the new technology of the era, the game was able to add lights and effects that gave the cars more realism than ever, introducing new levels based on dirt and night environments that took advantage of the technology. And with new cars to unlock, many saw this as one of the best racing games ever made. The Last of Us Remastered, 2014. There is no doubt that The Last of Us for PlayStation 3 was already an impressive game and was seen as one of Naughty Dog's best works, especially after their success with the Uncharted trilogy. Set in the post-apocalypse, players saw Joel and Ellie team up as they had to fight infected people as they traveled across America. This new IP proved to be such a hit that the game was redone for PS4 with some new improvements, and it also introduced some new fans to what made the first game so successful before the sequel's release. Uncharted 3, Among Thieves, 2009. When it comes to PlayStation 3, Naughty Dog has been able to tell some of the best stories by offering unique gaming experiences. One of them was the Uncharted trilogy, and although each game has improved since the last, the third installment ranked first on Metacritic. While only half of the studio team worked on this game, while the other half focused on The Last of Us, it was still able to deliver a successful experience like no other, making it one of the best in the series, Uncharted. But for those who haven't immersed themselves in Nathan Drake's treasure hunt antics, the game has been included in the Uncharted collection for PS4. Gran Turismo, 1997. It's hard to think that Gran Turismo was ever a celebrated and beloved racing series before the recent controversies and issues with Gran Turismo 7. But the game that started the franchise is still considered a PS1 classic. Released in 1998 to Western audiences, the game received a strong and positive reception from critics and publications of the time. Even then, the game featured plenty of cars to race against your friends and spawned a sequel the following year. Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty, 2001. Following the release of the first game, Konami and Hideo Kojima would once again team up for a sequel that seemed to be bigger and better with PS2 technology at the time. And the game would have more twists than the Psycho Mantis battle. Some fans were surprised when Raiden took on the role of a playable character for most of the story, and while he wouldn't be returning until the fourth game, he opened up an entirely new cast of characters in the iconic Stealth series. Despite an expanded edition and HD remaster after its release, Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty has stood the test of time more than 20 years later. Even after all this time, there are still things only hardcore fans know about it. Alright, that's it for today's video. If you like watching our content, please consider subscribing to our channel by clicking the subscribe button down below. Thanks for watching.